Sometimes, just a glance in the mirror is enough to realize something is wrong. The eyes are dull, the face is swollen, the stomach feels as if it's inflated from within. And even if you ate something light yesterday, the sensation is like you swallowed a stone. The body is sending signals. It groans from the inside, but we don't listen. We write it off as fatigue, a bad night's sleep, or stress. Yet the cause may be much simpler and at the same time deeper. The intestines are not cleansing properly. Millions of people live with constant heaviness in their abdomen. Constipation, bloating, belching, nausea, but consider it normal. They get used to it, just carry on. And only when the pain becomes constant and going to the bathroom turns into a trial do they start seeking help. But in truth, everything can be changed, quickly, naturally, safely. You just need to know how. I say this as a doctor, as someone who has seen the suffering of patients trapped inside their own bodies like in a prison. And I always start with one question. When was the last time you felt lightness? When did your stomach stop pulling you down? And your heart stop pounding from tension every time you had to visit the bathroom? Our intestines are an amazing organ. They can be silent for years until we pay attention. But when they start to scream, it's no longer a whisper, it's an alarm. They scream through bloating, constipation, fatigue, apathy, headaches. They say, "Help me." The most frightening thing is chronic constipation, not just rare bowel movements, but when the body literally holds everything inside, poisoning itself day after day. In such cases, toxins from the stagnant masses begin to be reabsorbed into the bloodstream. The skin dulls, rashes appear. The person feels broken, tired, angry, and doesn't understand why. And it's all from the inside. Many faced with this rush to the pharmacy. Medications provide relief, sometimes quick, but temporary. They squeeze out a reaction from the intestines, but do not restore them. Worse, they teach the intestines not to work on their own. The more often you take chemical laxatives, the more your body loses its ability to cope by itself. It becomes lazy. It waits for the pill. And that's a vicious cycle. But what if I told you that nature has its own answer? That gently, without pain, without addiction, you can help your body cleanse. Sometimes in just 10 to 15 minutes, or in the mornings, without strain, without pain, simply with love for yourself. There are methods proven by time. Natural, reliable. For example, one of the most powerful, raisins. Seemingly just dried grapes, but if prepared correctly, they come alive. They awaken, fill with life. Their sweetness is not just taste, but a signal to the body. Time to wake up, time to move. Soaked raisins are not a laxative in the usual sense. You can do it. No cramps, no pain, only the natural rhythm. And when someone tries it for the first time, they don't believe it. How? Just raisins? But then the appetite returns, the unpleasant mouth odor disappears, the skin clears up, the mood stabilizes. Inside, there is silence, such as there hasn't been for a long time, and you breathe again. The stomach no longer prevents movement, the back straightens, lightness appears, freedom. But there is also a second way. When you feel bad right now, when bloating makes it hard to breathe, when you can no longer wait, then another recipe comes to the rescue. A true inner cleaning, a remedy that works fast, almost immediately. In 10 minutes, you feel as if a whole burden is leaving you. It's like after a thorough cleaning of your home. The same space, but a different breath. Cleanliness inside. This remedy works like a broom. Gentle, but effective. It doesn't irritate the intestines, doesn't harm them, but helps the body remember you know how to cleanse yourself. You were made for freedom. You don't have to be full of poison and heaviness. When I see the tension leave a person's face, when they exhale and smile after these methods, I understand why I work. Because this is not just about the intestines. It's about a life without pain. About a body that once again becomes a home, not a prison. And I want as many people as possible to experience this, not through chemicals, but through the power that nature gave us. When a patient comes into my office complaining of bloating, heaviness in the abdomen, and irregular bowel movements, I always start with a simple question. Have you tried raisins? It might sound like a basic, dried fruit, but raisins are actually a true wake-up call for your gut. Why? Because they contain everything needed for gentle yet effective cleansing: natural sugars, fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Imagine this: just 2 tablespoons of dark, seedless raisins, thoroughly rinsed and soaked in clean water. This is how you create an infusion that overnight transforms into a powerful digestive aid. In the morning, drinking this water on an empty stomach and eating the raisins themselves sends a clear message to your body. It's time to wake up. This infusion gently stimulates the intestinal peristalsis, the rhythmic movement that pushes food and waste through your intestines. If you struggle with heaviness, gas, or chronic constipation, believe me, this method works better than many over-the-counter remedies because it's natural and safe. You're literally helping your body get rid of toxins without overloading it with chemicals. But sometimes raisins are just the beginning. If your belly feels swollen, like there's a brick inside, and usual remedies no longer work, it's time for a stronger approach. What I call emergency cleansing. This method is like a professional deep cleaning for your intestines that you can't skip. The secret is a combination of natural ingredients: psyllium husk, lemon, salt, and water. Psyllium is the husk of the plantain seed. It has an amazing ability to absorb water and swell, forming a gentle gel. This gel acts like a broom, softly but thoroughly sweeping away all the unwanted residues inside your intestines. Lemon activates your liver and gallbladder, boosting bile production, which helps break down fats and flush out toxins. Sea salt is a natural mineral that stimulates peristalsis and restores your body's electrolyte balance. Warm water dissolves the salt and improves blood circulation in the digestive tract. When you mix all these in one glass and drink it, the cleansing process starts quickly. Within 10 to 15 minutes, you'll feel relief, warmth, and lightness, without the pain and cramps often caused by pharmaceutical laxatives. This method is a true lifesaver for those suffering from constipation and heaviness, especially when diet and fluids don't help. But let's not forget, cleansing the gut is not just about 2 recipes. It's about lifestyle and nutrition. Certain foods support healthy bowel function naturally and consistently. For example, avocado is packed with fiber. Just 1 cup provides about 14 grams, making a significant contribution to digestive comfort. Pears, strawberries, oats, apples with skin, and raspberries all contain a mix of soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber dissolves in water and helps soften stool, while insoluble fiber adds bulk and aids food movement. Water is just as important, and here many people don't know the nuances. It's not just about drinking plenty, but drinking it right. Warm or room temperature water, preferably on an empty stomach in the morning. This jumpstarts kidney and liver function, helping them flush out toxins. Cold water, on the other hand, slows digestion, constricts blood vessels, and increases spasms. Remember, water isn't just a drink, it's one of the key elements of your cleansing and overall health. And of course, don't forget probiotics, the good bacteria living in our gut that keep the microbiome balanced. They play a crucial role in preventing constipation and inflammation. Kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, and naturally fermented foods are your natural shield and helpers. It's best to take them on an empty stomach, in the morning or before bed, so stomach acid doesn't destroy these beneficial microorganisms. It's exactly the combination of these approaches, from a simple raisin infusion that gently clears stagnation to a powerful but safe psyllium-based cleansing drink that delivers real results. Remember, the gut is not just a pipe. It's a vital filter and source of energy. When it's clogged and sluggish, your whole body suffers. Headaches, fatigue, low mood, and even skin problems can arise. So treat cleansing as an act of self-care, a way to love your body. Start simple, try the raisin infusion, support your body with the right foods and water, and when needed, use the emergency recipe. This comprehensive approach will not only relieve heaviness and bloating, but also bring a sense of lightness, vitality, and internal health. And believe me, your gut will thank you.